If they're doing their stuff, what happens? I can still do all the things I need while helping guide them even more. So they're motivated by everything that this intel comes from. And that means you have to embrace the fact that you have to be more. That's the thing. It's not as easy. It's not as like, oh, they're self-motivated. They are motivated. But they're often have been lost in what to do next or how to get there. I've literally given them every step and shown them how to get there. And then just assisted in whatever way I can. My nigga, where I now. So that's the motivation. Now the beauty about it is, to be clear, they are purpose driven. They are motivated they're motivated to want more. So that's kind of easy for me to come in and say, well, if you do this, you'll get more. And they keep doing, like, more things keep happening for them. So it's not a hard sell. But imagine if I was anything less. Yeah. I'd just be a nigga shooting the shit still. And I'm not interested in that. You already know that, so.
Ain't nobody got time for that shit.
Exactly, man. So they're really, look at this food here. So they're sincerely getting better by the second because they have a good guide, man. And we all need a good guide. And sometimes people need to embrace the fact that they're employees, not bosses, and they keep talking to you like they're bosses. And if you was a boss, you'd do it yourself. That's the thing. The best thing you could do sometimes is know who you're not. There's a reason why Steve Ballmer exists. He owns the LA Clippers, but he was the president of Microsoft. You didn't hear about him until he really start getting to his groove of things, but he got billions of dollars too. That's the thing. Sometimes you got to know you ain't Bill or Steve, Elon, or the rest of them, but you can still get some good money. Chris Sacca and those guys who were right there with Google, who then opened up their own private equity firm, and it's like, you got to know you ain't Sergio Page and Larry Brim, I believe. The founders of Google, you got to know you ain't them, but you got to know you need to be in that room. Yeah. And then know your place. And then as you continue to build confidence and someone leads and guides you like they have done for those individuals, what happens? Then you can go out on your own and stretch your legs, because there's always going to be another employee. It's only a few bosses, aka chiefs. Best analogy I heard was the dude say, Manoj said this, he said, the military would stop if all the generals died. But the soldiers can be replaced. Yeah. The generals keep the thing in an organized state of being and tell the soldiers what to do. That's how shit get done. So when he hires people, he hires 8 generals in their 40s who have experience with sales, and they cover the whole USA. And that's that. So he ain't got no high turnover rate at 5 Hour Energy, which is what he started in his 50s, because he hires generals. And the generals respect the president, because they know that's the president. Whatever the president needs, we're going to do that. So you need you some generals, and remind them soldiers. Unfortunately, this is a bad way to put it, because we need the soldiers. The generals are as good as their soldiers, but that's because they pour into their soldiers. And the soldiers respect them, and it's an equal respect, but it also building confidence and all this other stuff with the soldiers, right? But the soldier knows his job, and they do it without question, right? And the generals know their job, know their role, know who they got to be. And it's even if you go to Marvel, right? You've seen the Endgame? Even Rocket said, let me go be the captain when Thor was going through a tough time. He had to be the captain himself, a guy who we've watched for 3 movies, be an asshole, arrogant, egotistical, hateful. Even he showed a moment of compassion when Thor needed it. And he had a monotone voice of solace, letting you know, I feel you, man. I understand your pain. Well, what if we lose again? Yeah. Well, he can take nothing else from me. It happens all over, but you got to know your role, man. That's the biggest thing. And those people, they got to know their role, bro. They got to know their role. And that means you got to be clear about your role too. Because if you don't know how to lead, then they going to all get lost. Yeah. And you got to know how to delegate. That's going to save you a lot of time and energy, my friend. You need anything, as always, you call me. Okay?
Appreciate it, man.
All right, little E. My man Stan.
You 16 years old, Sam?
Yeah. I still coming on Tuesday.
That's good.